Hey everyone, it's Tammy at Walnut Creek Bath Boutique. Welcome back to my channel. I made a promise a while back that I would show you guys how I use my natural shrink wrap system. I am not very good at it. I'm still learning. I'm still learning. There's quite a bit of a learning curve to it. I'm starting to get the hang of it. Since I taped me wrapping those bath bombs, I've done it a few more times and I do feel like I'm getting a little bit better at it. But I did promise I would show you how I got all of those bath bombs wrapped, and I am going to do that. I've already taped this part of the video. I lost this footage. I lost the footage for after I was done. I only have me doing the actual shrink wrapping and using the system. So I'm going to plug that in now and you guys can see how I did it. And again, struggling with my labels. The bane of my existence, I think, are these labels. So I'm going to switch over to that video and show you how I did it. Here we are on my pool table slash bath bomb packaging station. This can just be our secret, right? Husbands don't need to know everything. Okay, so since I just was in the other room, I went to my Facebook group and asked for help, because this is the putting the ingredients and just all of like the cautions on these bath bombs has always been such a struggle for me, even before. Let me show you my old bathroom. I'll do that. So I probably should have showed you this earlier, but this is my old style of wrapping my bath bombs. I had shrink wrap bags that I would just tie really tight at the top and then heat shrink. And then right in here you could kind of still smell sometimes where the tie is. And then my label was just a piece of cardstock with I put a sticker with all the ingredients and everything on it. So that is how I would package my bath bombs in the past. But since I now have the shrink wrap system, it should go a lot faster. This was just tying all of this. You know, I think the packaging part of making the bath bombs has been one of my biggest hang-ups, I guess, of making bath bombs. My husband and I were talking. I bet in 5 years of business, I've said I'm quitting bath bombs every 6 months. About every 6 months, I would say I'm not going to do bath bombs anymore. I'm over it. Don't like to do it. Don't want to do it. I'm done. And then 3 or 4 or 5, 6 months later, I'd be making bath bombs again. And, you know, after that, I would say, all right, I'm done. No more bath bombs. And I did that for like 5 years. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. So I don't know where I was. I kind of went off on a rabbit trail. But anyway, I did contact some, my Facebook group that I'm a part of, with the Pro Bath Bombs Facebook group, and I did find out that it is legal to just add a card to every order that orders bath bombs with the ingredients and the caution and all of that good stuff. So I don't necessarily have to put all of that on a tiny little ball. And that made me so incredibly happy. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find a sticker. I'm going to create a sticker to put on here to say what scent it is. But otherwise, I am not going to try to put every bit of information on this bath bomb. So here I am attempting this. And every once in a while, I don't know what I do wrong. It kind of hangs up on me. I have folds, and I think that's part of my problem, is the folds that I kind of tend to get. And I'm left-handed, And I still can't decide if I want this on my right or if I want that on my left. I know. The struggles. All right. I haven't really talked about the shrink wrap system, so let me finish this and I'll show you in more detail what I'm doing. I did say this was going to be painful, right? So if you're sticking around, thanks. Oh, push it all the way down. I have been wanting this shrink wrap system for a couple years now, and I really didn't think I would ever get to the point where I could be able to afford it, or it would make sense for me to pay for it. So it's exciting that I find that it's worth it, and I can afford it. I could afford it. But it's one of those items that it is definitely something to make my life easier. And something that I have decided last year, actually. Look at this. I'm all cockeyed. I do that every single time. I'm not going to shy away so much from doing something or purchasing something that's going to make my life easier. And this definitely makes my life easier. So without the labels, I'm reaching over here for all my bath bombs. Without the labels, I can do 12 at a time usually. 9 at a time. I'm sorry, 9 at a time. I can do 12 at a time, but then I find that I get kind of gunked up in my room here, and I could probably take this off the mat and have more room. Okay, so it comes in a folded. It comes folded, and like I said, this is the smell through biodegradable film. I can't remember what gauge it is. I actually, it's so nice because I actually thought I wanted the perforated film so that people could really smell through it. And the owner of the company emailed me and he said, you know, if you're going to use these for bath bombs, you probably don't want the perforated because the whole point is to keep moisture and humidity from getting to them. It's like, oh my gosh, thank you. He was so nice. Just making sure I was going to be happy. So great customer service there. So I have the 9 in here. I'm just going to get these as close to this edge as I can. Kind of press down and then squeeze this down just a couple seconds. And then when you can angle it a little bit and they'll come off. And I don't know if it's my left-handed. Maybe the same thing would happen to a right-handed person. And I just blame everything on being a lefty. But I have this angle going right here. See, if I had my wrap in here right now, I would be only being able to do 3, and I'd have to place them very particular and then try not to move them because the wrap would come off the center. So it's so much easier to do this without that wrap in the middle. And then you go across here and do the same thing. So you're basically just creating your seals. You kind of want to get them as close to the edge as you can, but you don't want to cause too much of the pressure. You don't want too much pressure on it or it'll, oops, that didn't work. That one popped open. I'm going to see if I can save it. If it's too tight, it's just going to pop open when you go to heat seal it. That wasn't too tight. That was just me being in a hurry. I don't know if I have enough room to try to seal that. Let me try. Nope. All right, I'm going to redo that one. I have wasted so much paper And look at that. Look how bad that's getting. I really don't know how to fix that. I'm gonna even it off. I don't know what I'm doing to cause such a, I know I'm probably angling it. The biggest problem or biggest struggle I have is the bottom half of this film is longer than the top usually. And I have trouble with that and keeping that even. The reason I do this on my pool table, which I'm sure I'm just like appalling people out there, is that it's the good height. You don't want a counter height to do this because you it hurts it'll hurt your shoulder and back if you try to do it too high, because you are putting some pressure on this bar. So I have one left, and I don't want to start a new row and waste a whole row. So I'm going to just try to have this where I cut off the angle. I'm going to just see if I can get it to give me a good seal here. Save the row. Heat shrink all of these bombs. Okay, they're all shrink wrapped and ready for their little round labels I'm going to make. So I'm going to go up, make those labels, and then I'll show you what they look like at the end. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to try, I know when I was looking at that video, it was a little dark, so hopefully I can kind of lighten that up a little bit. But hopefully, you know, again, wasn't very good at it. I'm still not very good at it. I am starting to get a little bit more comfortable with it, and I'm pretty happy with having the system. I have nothing against the system. But when I was shrink wrapping, my biggest problem was getting the band. So I have these bands that I tried with all of my information on them. And that's what I started to do. And that's what I was saying, that these bands would fall when I was trying to shrink wrap them. And I couldn't keep them in place. They'd be all wonky. So that's when I decided to lose the bands, and I just shrink wrapped the bath bombs. Since I taped that over there on the pool table, I did order these little labels from Online Labels. And I need to redo them just a little bit. I think the bath bomb word is too big and my scent word is too small. So I need to kind of adjust that. But I think the labels themselves will be fine. So that one, I don't have my glasses. That one is Tranquil Waters. And then I got my Ancient Waters. I don't know. I think I like to use the word water in my names. This one is Juniper Bliss. Love that one. And then I'm not taking those bands off. I'm leaving them. They don't look very nice. These don't look very nice. But again, I'm getting better. So anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate your time. Hopefully that wasn't too painful for you. And guys, I'll just see you in the next video. Thanks so much.